In this tutorial, we are discussing about the complete form of the for loop. So basically, loop is used for iterating the statement. And there are three types of loops. First one is for, second one is do while, and third one is while. So let's discuss about Java for loop. The Java for loop is used to iterate a part of the program several times. If the number of iteration is fixed, it is recommended to use for loop. There are three types of for loops in Java. First one is simple for loop. Second one is for each or enhanced for loop. And third one is labeled for loop. Let's discuss about Java simple for loop. A simple for loop is same as C or C++. We can initialize the variable, check the condition, and increment or decrement the value. So basically it consists of four parts. First one is initialization, in which we can initialize the value, or we can say that which is executed once when the loop starts. It is an optional condition. Second is condition. It is the second condition which is executed each time to test the condition of the loop. It means that it continues execution until if the condition is false. It means that when the condition returns true value, then only the loop will continue. Third is the statement. The statement of the loop is executed each time until the second condition is false. Fourth one is increment and decrement. The increment or decrement the variable value. It increase the or decrease the variable's value. It is an optional condition. Let's discuss about the syntax of for loop. So simple for loop consists of for a keyword, and inside the bracket it is initialization part. Here we can initialize the value just like int I is equals to 1. So both initialization or declaration can be taken place in that in here. It's upon you. Second is condition. Whatever the condition, at what time we want to execute this loop, these things will be taken into condition statement. And increment or decrement is the value by which we can increment the loop or decrease the loop. And inside the curly braces, what is the statement that we want to execute should be placed there. Next one is Java for each loop. So the Java for each loop, we can also say that it is an advanced form of Java loop, or we can also say that it is an enhanced Java for loop. So the Java for each loop is used to traverse an array or collection in Java. It is easier to use than simple for loop because we don't need to increment value and use subscript notation. So it works on elements. If we want to extract the element, or if we want to traverse or fetch the element, then we use Java for each loop because it is simple and it does not based on an index value. It returns element by 1 in the defined variable. And its syntax is Java type variable, variable and its type, and dot and colon and then array from which we can extract the value, and then code to be the executed, which statement we want to execute should be placed there, and then curly braces close. For example, we can also say that for int y colon array name and then code to be executed, that system.out.println y. The third one is Java labeled for loop. We can have a name of each Java for loop. To do so, we use label before the for loop. It means that it is useful if the case of nested for loop means that the loop inside the loop, or we can say that for inside the for. So in that case, there is some difficulty to know which loop is executed because we don't know the name of the loop. So in that case, we use Java labeled for loop, in which we can give a label to outer loop or inner loop. Usually break and continue keywords continues the innermost for loop only. And its syntax is label name, for, initialization, condition, increment, decrement, code to be executed, and curly braces code. It is same as the simple Java loop, but it include a label name. Let's see the code of these types of for loop. Simple Java for loop. First of all, we make a class, public class simple Java for loop, and inside the main class we make a main method, that is public static void main string args, and inside this we make a code of Java for loop, that is for int I is equals to 1, I less than equals to 10, I plus plus, and in the system.out.println we print the I, and the output is, it will print 1 to 10. Let's see the output. First of all, we have to save it, and then let's see the output. We have already in the location where we save the file, and then we write Javac simple Java for loop dot Java. And hence it compiles successfully. Let's execute it. Java simple Java for loop. See, it will give me the answer 1 to 10. If I write in place of I, if I write hello, then it will print hello 10 times. Let's see. I'll share it with hello Java. Let's compile it. Let's execute it. See, it will print hello Java 10 times. Let's see the code for each example. Inside the class for each example, we make a public static void main string args, and inside it we just declare the array, that is int array is equals to 12, 23, 44, 56 and 78. In this way we just declare an array, and then we want to print each of the element of the array. Then we use simple for each Java. For this we use for, and inside for we use type, that is integer, and then variable I, and then colon, and then array name, that is arr, and system.out.println I, and just save it. Let's compile it. Javac for each example dot Java. Hence it compiles successfully. Let's execute it. Java for each example. See, it will print the elements which contains in an array, that is 12, 23, 44, 56 and 78. Let's see the code for labeled for example. Labeled for example, here is the nested loop. First one is for int I is equals to 1, I less than equals to 3, I plus plus. And the second one is j, 1 is 1 to 3. And it will break the statement A when I equals to 2 and j equals to 2. We can make a label for outer loop as is AA and a small and inner loop as BB. and it will print the I and j value. Let's execute it. Zavak labeled for example dot java, and hence executed java labeled for example. See, it will print the answer, that is 1 1 1 2 1 3 and 2 1. It will not print 2 2 because we use break statement in case of 2 2. So these are the way how can we use for loop in Java. Thank you.